Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. And you are on the Heart of Success show. And I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And here I discuss everything about success, all type of success, financial success, personal success, health success, relationship success. So all the success in different angles and different views from my own personal experience and also from the knowledge that I gained from my mentors and what I'm reading. So today I just didn't know what to talk about because, as some of you know, I have 6 grandchildren with me today here, and we go through this school holiday together, and it's just beautiful, joyful time to spend together. But at the same time, it is a little hectic and a little bit of the take care of everyone and make sure everything is fine. So I was just wondering on this concept of thinking, thoughts, thinking process, thought forms that we create and actions that we take after thinking, right? So there's and what I found is that habitual thinking is always very limited. That thinking is almost like keeping us within that comfort zone, within that box that we put ourselves, and also thinking like many other people thinking in the same subject is really kind of taking our own creativity and our own expanded thinking out of the question, right? So how do we expand our thinking? Well, number one, I think we always have this dwelling thinking within ourselves on a background in our unconscious level and also unconscious level. So we're catching ourselves always constantly thinking. Most of the time, we also asking questions. We asking questions ourselves. We asking questions other people, experts, consultants, and our doctors and whoever. We constantly asking questions. And that's what really puzzled me a little bit, that the quality of the question is always kind of highlight the quality of the answer. Because if we have these questions in a very, very limited, very linear kind of way, well, then, of course, we cannot receive expanded and really good answer. Because when we, for example, ask ourselves, or if someone asks, why am I fat? Well, this is really, really very limited question. And also that question makes you feel not good. It makes you feel guilty. It makes you feel not good enough, and all sorts of things like that. So instead of that question, can there be a better question? Of course. For example, how can I lose weight? So straight away from that limited question, why am I fat? You take yourself to the space of how can I lose weight? But again, losing weight is something that probably stems from that guilt place, and also implies that that losing weight is a little hard. So again, can we expand the question? Of course, we constantly can expand the question, because the more expanded the question is, the better chance and a higher chance that this question is already contain the answer, right? For example, in that example that I'm talking about, is that if you, instead of saying why am I fat, or why, like, how can I lose weight, can we just move and tell and ask this question: what part of me can be effortlessly slim and athletic and have that as a normal lifestyle? And how does that version of me will be feeling and will be acting, right? So this is an absolutely expanded question that not only asking you asking, but also providing you these answers. Like you have that part of yourself that is free of guilt. You have that part of yourself that is actually saying, well, I would like to have effortless state of being slim and athletic, not only because I want to lose the weight, but because I want to enjoy my life, right? So the energetically and emotionally and psychologically, we straight away move from that very, very limited space of I just stuck and I don't know what to do, and doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm still there in that state. I'm observing a lot of clients asking me question like, why I'm not healed. I'm doing so much about my healing, but I still feel pain in my back, I feel pain in my joints and things like that. So instead of asking this question, can we just say, how can I learn and deepen my awareness so that I can understand better signs of my physical body, and how do these signs connect to my emotional state, so that I can resolve that, so that I can deepen my awareness and understanding of myself better, right? There's many different questions, like how I constantly feel stuck. I go through vicious cycle. I have this little breakthrough and then I stuck in my success, or I stuck in my development. I've done so many programs, I've done so many courses, I've done so many personal development things and read so many books. Why am I stuck? Instead of asking why am I stuck, isn't it would be better to say, well, how can I find that place within myself that is actually keeping me stuck? What is it in me that is connected or clinging to that limited belief or the limited concept and misunderstanding that I still cannot resolve that within myself, right? So there's many compensation actions and thinking, and also there's a lot of inspirational thinking. So the compensation thinking is like, for example, well, I am in this job because I need to I am in this job that I don't like, but I need to make money. So the compensation action is, I am in a job that I don't like. And the belief is that I'm lack of money. I don't have money, right? So there's a different limited environment within these questions and within this type of thinking. It is very limited. But instead, if you will expand your thinking from this very blocked way of thinking, like, I am on this job that I don't like because I need to make money. What if you say, I have enough knowledge and experience to serve my clients and my customers well, so that I will be paid well, right? So, and this, you always can take you out of that limited and rigid, clinging type of concepts and misconceptions, and also the beliefs that create your compensation thinking and compensation actions. So inspiring actions are, of course, sit on the expanded question of how I can find much deeper understanding of myself. How can I become aware of where in me I'm holding this limited belief, where in myself I feel stuck or blocked, and where in myself I can unstuck, and where and how I can do this. How can I resolve these things that keep me miserable or unsuccessful or sick, unwell? So this is all sits on our pseudo concepts and pseudo questions that we don't know how to ask. By asking the pseudo and compensation questions, we basically keep ourselves in comfort zone, and we also keep ourselves and protect ourselves from taking full responsibility. So it's almost like go into the deeper questions. We feel like we don't want to go deeper and dig deeper, because we know that if we go and ask this question about what is it in me, well, then you need to start to go with this question and find these places that you need to transform from that very limited, habitual, narrow thinking into this expanded thinking that will give you inspirational thought, will create inspirational thought forms that then can inspire you to take inspirational actions. So the inspirational actions then sit on all of this thought and emotional process that you need to start to be aware first before you take any, before you actually take any actions, right? So I also would like to share with you these things that a lot of people are, of course, seeing themselves and seeing the world in a concept of either or. It's like good and bad, right and wrong, white and black, and things like that. And it's like this polarity and this either or concept is really limiting. It is again limiting our thought process, our thinking forms, and then of course it limits what we can do because we can't find the resolution. So by expanding our thinking, our good expanded high quality questions can actually help us to have the solution within this question. So a lot of people are kind of now dwelling on these choices of, do I need to do vaccination? Do I need to not vaccinate myself? And it's like when they start to expand on it, they start to see like, if I don't do it, well, then there's a probably danger that I can pass on someone else. If I do it, and then there's also a danger. So there's no really a right and wrong answer. It is up to each person, and there's no right and wrong decision, because it is fully your responsibility. And that's what means expand your thinking, because when we step into the space of not knowing, we don't know, we face not knowing, we don't know, well, then we go into this space of where, how can we think differently to be able to find the answer for the unknown, right? So it's almost like so we kind of need to just move and shift that viewpoint from I don't know and I stuck and I don't have any way to resolve this, or I don't have any way to have this to reach the solution. Then if you don't know, we don't know, and we often go and live with this concept that we don't know what is in the front of us. Well, then if we don't know, then we need to start to change that viewpoint of creating that everything is known into that process of extraordinary and not a way of the ordinary thinking, right? When we allow ourselves to have this unblocked way of looking at things, at reality, at ourselves, well, then we kind of inviting the answers to come into us. We invite answers, and we are more open to see the answers. We more open to see the opportunities and chances, and also resolutions and solutions for all our questions. And most of it, as I said, there's no limit in us to formulate these expanded questions. The more deeper and more expanded the question you ask yourself, the better the chance you would have resolution and solution already inbuilt in that question, right? So today I would like to have a little bit shorter show because I have grandchildren to look after, and would like to really just recommend you take 3 points out of today's show, which is like, firstly, ask yourself a question and don't settle just on one question. If you feel that the question that you ask yourself is really only just looking at either or, well, then have another question that can bring you into the deeper space of widening up. And then if you still feel that it is either or, well, go and find another question until you don't have either or, and you have all these possibilities, millions of possibilities open up before you to answer that question. Secondly, just invest small into your expanded thinking. Start to do some work, some process through asking this question and through challenging your limited habitual thought process, challenging your beliefs that probably are quite limited. So that if you invest a little bit of time and a little bit of effort into that, it will return hugely in your creating success and moving forward with much more open mind and open heart to be able to see any possibility that in front of you, and also you would notice them, you would not miss them, you would invite in your life the much more expanded version of the options and choices, right? So, and the third point is dissolve these pseudo beliefs. Try to confront them, face them, challenge them, and start to dissolve these beliefs. Because if you believe that you don't have enough money and you go to that job that you don't like, well, then you create a big crisis for yourself. Maybe not even right now, but through the years of doing job that you don't like only because you need money, you will get yourself into big trouble later on in your health, in your happiness, in your joyfulness, in your relationships. This is all inevitable. So we need to go deeper and ask these questions ourselves. So dissolve this limited concept either or. So either or is very limited. So we need to start to train ourselves and do see the world and ourselves as unlimited possibilities and choices. So I would like to close up today. It's a short show today because I have beautiful time to spend with my grandchildren and have a joyful time with them. So I will come with another topic next Thursday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And right now, I just wish you all the best and hear your inner voice and listen to yourself. And if you don't hear it, ask expanded questions and start to expand your thinking, because if you do that, that will really serve you very well. That will give you much more possibilities to choose from. That will give you a sense of aliveness, vitality, sense of freedom. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.